Tech for Seniors present the website of the week with Hewie Poplock.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Website of the week, number 6. I'm Hewie Poplock. Today we're going to be talking about Radio Garden. The website is radio.garden. This is what it looks like. We're going to do a demo in just a bit. Radio Garden invites you to tune into thousands of live radio stations across the globe. Radio Garden is based in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Their dedicated team is hard at work attending to the garden on a daily basis, planting seeds for the future and keeping the weeds at bay. Those are their words. In 2018, they launched mobile apps for both iOS and Android platforms. In 2019, they introduced the ability for users to search for their favorite stations and places. In early 2020, they launched a major redesign of Radio Garden. Rebuilt from the ground up as a mobile-first experience, it lays the groundwork for future developments. Radio Garden and its iOS app, Radio Garden Live, presents a Google Earth-like globe of the world. As you spin around it, myriad green dots appear. Each dot represents one place, a city or a town, where there is at least one radio station. Tap on any of them and you're listening to that station. It sometimes takes a moment for them to start as the connection is buffered. And Radio Garden, quite subtly, plays the sound effect of an old-time tuning in. But it's never more than a moment's delay before you can hear the station relayed live. If you like the station, you can mark it as a favorite, and you really should. Fortunately, there is a search feature. If you know the name of the station, enter the station name or the region where it's broadcasting from, and Radio Garden will first show a list of the most popular stations there. You can then tap to see the complete list of location stations available in that area. And whichever way you find a station, you can then share it with others or tap to see where it is located on the globe. Radio Garden works on iPhone, iPad, Android, Chromebooks, Mac, or a PC. Radio Garden is free, ad-supported app on the iOS App Store. There's an in-app purchase of $2.99 to remove the advertising. There is an Android version of the app that does work on Chromebooks. For the demo, I'm using the browser version on my PC. Here's how it looks in the Chromebook Play Store and on the Chromebook. If you have it full screen, it's going to look like the left. If you have it partial screen, it will look like it is on the right. Here is a screen capture from my Samsung Android phone and from my iPhone before you install the program. Here's how it looks like on the Chrome browser on my PC. We're going to look at that in just a moment. Please note, due to copyright issues, when I go to a radio station, you will not hear the broadcast. To listen to any stations on Radio Garden, you'll have to visit the site or use the app. When you try the site, you will hear the actual radio station live. There's no static, and all stations are so very clear. So let's look at Radio Garden. This is Radio Garden. It looks a lot like Google Earth. As you move the globe around, you can see all those green dots in this general area here. As we zoom in, let's move into that area. We're in Stuttgart, Germany. And you will see over here on the left, it shows Stuttgart. That's the city we're in. It shows 22 radio stations are available to listen to. And here are some of the selected ones, but you can also look at all 22. Now you can't hear. I'm listening in my headset and I am hearing a radio station. You can't because of copyright issues. I can't record those. So, but you can go to a radio station here and I'm listening some rap music. Listening to here, you'll get live caption, and some of the live caption can be, if it's in English, you'll see the words, and if it's music, which this is, I'm going to shut it off and stop. But the music, if you can hear it properly and listen to it properly, you may see the words to the songs. But a lot of songs it can't interpret properly or at all. And of course, if they're foreign languages, it's trying to put down words that are English words, and of course, it's not at all. But you can go to any of these radio stations by clicking on them. You will get various radio stations. Say, okay, down here I got some choices. I can share the station or I can visit its website. If I click on share the station, I can share it on Facebook, I can share it on Twitter, I can share it by email, or I can copy the link. Paste that link. There is the link. And I could go right to that radio station. Also, I can say, okay, that's a radio station I like, so I'll click and get a heart so I can go to it later on, and I'll show you how I do that in just a moment. So I can go anywhere in the world and listen to a radio station. So let's come down here to Florida. We'll zoom in. I could go to any, but it says view all 25 stations. And so it looks at all 25 stations in the area. Now, some of them are streaming, some are not actual over-the-air radio stations. And not all radio stations are here. I went to one city where I know there's several radio stations, and none of the ones that I was familiar with showed up. But here's USF, the University of South Florida. Some of these other stations, the Bone I listen to on a regular, is a talk station. You're going to see that they're talking. Now, if you click on favorites, I have clicked that one that I clicked earlier, and then one I clicked at a different time that I was on. It's a local station from here. If I click that, it actually will go down to that station. If I click this one, it'll go back over and go to Germany, bring right into that station. So let's say I want to WDBO. It's in Orlando. If I go there, bingo, it's right there. Let's pick another radio station, WOR in New York. Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there. If I go there, bingo, it takes me right up to New York. I can add that to my favorites. And now I'm in New York. There's 216 stations in New York. I can look at all 216 of the stations. So if you're familiar with any of those, any of you are from the New York area, you can see that there's a lot of radio stations there. And a lot of over-the-air stuff. And there's WABC in New York I listened to when I was a kid. Move away from here. Let's move to here. In Jersey City, if I click on that, you can see selected stations picked from the area, popular in the United States, nearby Jersey City, New Jersey, cities in the United States. I can pick any of those cities. So if I decided to pick Dallas, Texas, bingo, it takes me right to Dallas and shows me the stations there. As we come down here, if I want to say, okay, let's go to San Francisco, bingo, it takes me right. If I zoom out, you can see where it's showing that. It might be talk radio, it might be sports. So if you know that a certain station plays the ball game that you're interested in, you can go to that station and be listening to it. Or if you want to listen to some music from your heritage, depending upon where you're from, whether you're Europe or let's see, if you're from Europe, all of the European. If you're in Africa, or let's say South Africa, you can come down here. How about South America? And of course, North America, anywhere in the world. And you can listen to the music, see what they're saying. If you get the talk radio or the news and you understand the language, or a lot of them are in English. And a lot of the music that's there is in English. Anyway, that's Radio Garden. If you want to spend a lot of time perusing, it's there. This has been Website of the Week number 6, Radio Garden. I'm Hewie Poplock.